think is awesome. So I wanted to just add that mission moment. And then it's my pleasure to get to talk with Donna Castillo today, who is one of our top agents in our office right now. And her business has blown up in the last year. In fact, can I share it right now, Eric? Oh, you're muted. So I'm thinking that that's a yes. So I'm going to just want to share one thing with you guys. I took this off of Broker Metrics, and this is Donna's production in the last 12 months. And you're going to see, and we're going to talk through this, but you're going to see that basically since April, May of last year, how much her business has blown up in the last 12 months from where it was at. So I just wanted to share that with all. It's 119% increase over the last 12 months. So Donna, we get to talk about why that is so. So can you start out by first introducing yourself and giving us a little bit of your background and how long you've been in real estate?
Awesome. Yes. Hi. So I'm Donna Castillo. I was a corporate marketing exec for over 25, not to age myself, but over 25 years at companies like, the Adobes, the Cisco's, Citrus, companies like that. So branding, marketing, all that comes extremely, extremely easy for me. I was at Atmo at the time. They got purchased by another company. They said, you can go to Arizona if you want your job. I'm not going to Arizona. I wanted to stay here where my family was. And that's when I really started taking real estate seriously and did it full time. So it's really only been full time for about 3 years in the business, probably 5 total. I was part-time before. And it was just an easy transition. I've always loved real estate. Personally, I think I'm on my 8th house now because I can't sit still. And then at a certain point, I kind of went, wait a minute, that commission line needs to go away. And so that's when I started doing it part-time, which transitioned to full-time. And I'm completely grateful to be in this business. I absolutely love it.
So how many full years so far in the business then? Like three full years. And Donna and I met at an open house a couple of years ago. She was with a different company before coming to Keller Williams. And so when you joined, you've been with us now for 2 years. This is her anniversary month. Donna, you actually have a goal this month. What's your goal this month?
Yes, my goal was to cap in my anniversary month because I really like that 100% commission. So I wanted to get that out of the way as quickly as possible. And guess what? Go ahead, Laura. I capped.
She's going to do it. She's going to cap in 1 month this month. Yes. So taking it from, you've been with us for 2 years now. Mm-hmm. And you had an issue with your daughter last year at the beginning of the year. Like we all had COVID to deal with. And then Donna's daughter, her teenage daughter, also had cancer. And so they were dealing with chemo and that sort of thing.
That big blank area where I wasn't doing anything. That's, you could totally tell when my daughter was diagnosed. We went through chemo, and April 25th is 1 year since she had her last chemo treatment. And luckily, praise the Lord that she's okay. But it really just took me to where, no business, right? No pipeline.
You were busy being a mama and focusing on really important things in life.
And during the time COVID hit too, right?
Yeah, exactly. At the same time. So you've been with us for 2 years now, 119% increase in the last 12 months. What do you attribute that increase to?
So when I went, it was COVID hit. She finished. I came back, and I'm a single mom. I mean, I was living. He's now my fiance, but he was just my boyfriend at the time. So he was really taking on the financial responsibility of the household. So I really needed to get going quickly. And thank you, Gary Keller, for offering, I think it was 3 months of free master coaching. And I'm telling you, the master coaching is absolutely the reason that I'm doing as well as I am now. Master coaching, master coaching, master coaching. Yeah. I tell everyone about it. There's absolutely no reason to not be in, if you really want to be produced and create a legacy for your family and really move from E to P, it's coaching.
Absolutely coaching.
Absolutely.
And there's something that that your MAPS coach, and I think a lot of the MAPS coaches are doing this year, is they're having you focus on the 12-week year. And so what has that focus with MAPS coaching, mastery level coaching? By the way, Donna doesn't just do mastery coaching. She also, every single group coaching class that she can take. And what time in the morning are you on scripts?
I do script 7:30 to 8, and then I have a virtual assistant. We meet from 8 to 8:30, and then I start my prospecting. And in between, I'm doing classes all the time.
Right.
So,
And she does every single group coaching class that they cost like $200 a pop. She's in, and your script practices through MAPS coaching as well, right? There's a whole.
Yeah, and that's free, and that's open to any agent. Every morning, 7:38, and
on Zoom, they put you with somebody and you practice scripts together.
It's right? Group. They have a topic. They'll say like, the objection is, I don't want to sell without having a home that I'm going to go to. And we just practice as a group. So sometimes it's 2 of us, sometimes there are 10. We go into breakout rooms and practice more. And it's great because you're always getting these little nuggets of gold that you can use in the conversations that you're having with your clients. And, most of the time, it's funny how things happen, but, I hear it, I write it down, I go and I use it. And it was perfect timing. I just listened to the Gene Rivers listing presentation. That's only $25. So I took it twice already. And he talked about how he negotiates his commission. Does anybody on the line remember how he negotiates his commission, which is, 6%? Nobody's raising their hand. He says, they'll ask, can we negotiate your commission? And he'll say, well, my commission is anywhere between 5 and 7. 6 sounds good. What do you think of 6? 6 sounds good, right? So I'm writing this down. That night, I had a listing presentation. She asked that exact same question, the way Gene presented it. I said exactly what Gene said. And I still wanted to give her a little bit because it's a referral from a good friend of mine who I just sold her townhouse. So I gave her 0.5%. So I said 5.5. And it worked, where I usually would have like, okay, 5, I would have just given in, but I didn't this time. And it was because that Gene Rivers class. So yeah, love the coaching.
Now, and on the 12-week year, that has been a major focus for you. So Donna's one of my ALC members. And we, set our goals with ALC, December, January goals for the year. And I kind of thought Donna's production last year was around 10 to 12 units. And I thought, okay, she's probably going to go for 20 units. So, and in fact, I think at one point we talked about that would be her next goal. And then she's working with her coach and they're starting to work on the 12-week year. And she says to me, no, my goal is 40 units. And I was like, okay. And I said, well, you told me in this meeting that it was going to be 20 units. She goes, nope, it's 40 units. Okay. So the way that I work with my top agents that I coach with is if we set a goal like that for the year, I want them halfway there by the end of June. So she needs to have 20 closings by the end of June and have identified the other 20 pieces of business by the end of June that she's going to close in the second half of the year. And the reason I do that is because I want them to smooth sail into the second half of the year and not be playing catch up. So Donna, where are you at right now? It's middle of May. You've got a month and a half to get to your 20 units by the end of June and identify your other 20 pieces of business.
So I'm trying to focus those 40. I want them to be listings. I really want, that's what I'm focusing on, listings. Yes, I'm doing buyers, but I want it to be 40 listings. And so I'm only 6 away and my deadline is June 26th. And it's because the 12-week year works really well for me. I do have like ADD as well. And so to have that ultra focus within those 12 weeks and have a poster that's right here in front of me that counts down how many listings I need to reach my goal and to ultra focus. Because if you told me I have to have 40 listings by November, I'll start November 1st, right? I mean, it's how many of you have said you're going to lose 50 pounds on January 1st and by January 15th, it's forgotten, right? I need that goal right in front of me. It has to be shorter. And that's what's been really helping me. And that's through the coaching and doing that, the 12-week
year. Yeah. And you're on track to hit your 20 by the end of June. And I know she's already shown me you've already got your 20 identified for the second half of the year.
Yeah. And it goes back to what everybody else is saying too. It's your database, right? Database. That's what's really doing it for me. It's really focusing on making those calls and reaching out to your database and making sure that you're not only in their ears with phone calls, but you're in front of them on social media, mailing them a card, mailing them birthday cards, all those things. It just works. And it's, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I love, somebody said it the other day, and it might've been Gary or Gene Rivers or, Zillow has a business because we're not calling them. That's why they're looking. That's why they call Zillow. You know, why if we're having a unique and authentic relationship with these individuals that are calling Zillow, they wouldn't need to go online and look for a house and check with a realtor. And so that's what I want to be to them.
Every single Zillow person is one of your neighbors that you're not reaching out to, and they feel they have to go to Zillow to have a relationship with a realtor. Is there one last thing that you would say? You're only 3 years in the business and you're blowing it up, and we're so proud of you here in this office. Is there one last thing that you would say for newer agents out there?
Read the MREA book and follow it to a T, and ignore every vendor that's trying to sell you those get rich fast deals, because there is no get rich fast, especially, you know, large corporations. You don't see Adobe looking to, you know, Apple for ideas and leads and contacts. You just don't do that. You provide and do it.
That's actually something we didn't talk about. P&L was a huge part of your plan this year. She's now doing her P&Ls, and she's hired a bookkeeper who is an MREA bookkeeper. Yeah.
So he, once again, just following that book, right? Why change? So I found a KW bookkeeper who provides me a P&L exactly like what Gary Keller details out in that book. Why change it? You know, it's easier, it's faster, and it costs you less money at the end. So yeah, there it is.
Thank you so much, Donna. Thank you. And thank you guys for the opportunity.
Thank you.